What do you feel about, let's say, all right, the information that came out pertaining to this individual, right? Again, the Ouija situation that happened in 2024,
Yeah.
and like this, like I felt like for the name that was given and the individual that was shot, killed, like when he had the shootout with the police,
Right.
it was like mad information just went up like so damn fast.
The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. This is the show that's hilariously inappropriate but intellectual beyond belief. So let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms.
All of the above.
Based on Spotify and YouTube as well. And every Tuesday, fresh off the press, another episode and stuff. Like, let's start the show. How you feel this week?
I'm feeling good, brother.
Everything
I'm feeling
good?
good. Everything is good.
What brought you joy this week?
What brought me joy this week? Nothing in particular. It was just a regular week for me. I think.
Don't say that.
I think I was kind of.
So you didn't.
I was actually kind of upset that I only had like a few days off this holiday season.
Okay.
And not the regular, week at a time that I usually have. I mean, last year this time I was house husband. Yeah. So yeah, but I mean,
so you can't think of nothing that brought you joy. Because you're focused more on the miserable, on the negatives than the positive.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's the problem with everybody.
You're right. Let me think about it. You know what? I need waking up and seeing family, being able to actually go and look for my sister.
There you go.
And our aunt always has the New Year's Day breakfast, so being able to spend some time over there and enjoy some real Jamaican breakfast, some real cocoa tea, because cocoa tea is like a specialty. You don't really get it that often. So yeah, that was You're right, Mom. You're right.
What I'm saying.
And I started off negative. I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah,
there was positives for the week.
I think that aspect and stuff for there was a banger and stuff too. I had this week off from work, so it was kind of smooth and stuff for the most part of it. For the most part, whatever, and then I got to see my little man and stuff, got to enjoy some time. I needed a rest.
Yeah.
I actually legit needed a rest.
Yeah.
And I think I was telling somebody and stuff just the other day and stuff with them, like, the older or the further we get into like adult life.
Yeah.
Or like, let's say no more post-secondary schooling. We're just working to kind of just go at it to provide for like your family and your means and all that type of stuff. I feel like a lot of times with those situations, we need breaks.
Yes.
We need breaks and stuff for that. And I think a lot of people used to think that like Saturday and Sunday would suffice.
Right.
To me, I feel like it doesn't, because I look at it as stuff as where most of the errands you might want to run during the week, you save it for the Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the Sunday, you're probably lamenting the fact that you got to go back to the dance you're actually, keep it a buck. You are probably a person is probably constantly going and going,
right,
without even realizing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at stuff as like, nah, fuck that, man. Take your day as an adult. Use that day to run errands like during the week. Take a day off.
Yeah.
And when you do that and stuff, whatever, you realize that like, come to Saturday or something like that, it's actually a day you can let your nuts hang, or to the ladies, take your bra off.
Would you be for a 4-day work week, like in like some places?
To be honest, deep down inside, I want to say yes.
Right.
I don't know how the schematics and the mathematics of it work for every job.
Yeah.
So I won't say that for like so much.
Right.
Because I look at it stuff as where to the places, let's say, like I work in the healthcare system, and I look at it stuff as where I have RT friends that work 12-hour shifts 4 days a week.
Right.
To have 3 days off.
Right.
So if you're gonna give me 4 days, I might have to work 12 hours or something like that, because that's gonna be a fuck no.
Yeah.
Right? And I look at it stuff as where I feel the people who work Monday through Friday, I feel like they wouldn't have no problem and stuff doing like I want to say, if you knew you could bust your ass and stuff, whatever, for like, let's say, the Monday through Thursday,
Right.
with some time, and then realize that come to Friday, you can have the Friday kind of off,
Yeah.
or like you work half day on the Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll go in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a lot
yeah.
of people will bust
Yeah.
their ass and stuff
Yeah.
and be like,
I was thinking a half day Friday.
yeah, like even a half day
Yeah.
Friday or some shit like that, or even I think the sweetest to me is the winter time is when you take a Monday off.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some reason, like I feel like some of the fuckery of the weather
Yeah.
tends to happen on the Sunday night. So now when you're looking and
The
stuff,
Monday
whatever,
morning
on the
blues is
Monday
part of the
morning,
morning blues.
yeah, if you can open your window, sip your cocoa tea,
Right.
and watch these motherfuckers deal with the snow and the turmoil that they have to roll. You're like, this, you're like, stupid son of a bitch. Like I think that vibe and that energy that comes with that
Right.
is a whole nother type of level. Now, I'm not knocking to the people that might say, like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna take this Monday off, so I'm gonna book an appointment and I'm gonna do all of this. Come the Saturday, or like if you work a Monday through Friday, come that Saturday,
Right.
you better not be doing shit.
Well, that's why I was saying, I wouldn't mind the half day Friday, because part of the problems with working during the week is that a lot of stuff closes at 5, or, if you have, there might be a few things that are open after 5, but like,
I say take the day.
most doctors' offices will close at 5.
Yeah,
so if you have like a half day on Friday, again, what you're saying is Saturday, you're using a lot of that Saturday to do some catch up stuff. Maybe you might be able to use the other half of that Friday to do that stuff that you regulated to the Saturday.
I look at it as like, all right, you work Monday through Friday,
Right.
right? The Monday through Thursday and stuff, whatever. Let's say your boss might come to you and be like, yo, you might stay an hour over today,
Right.
or something like that, whatever. So then each hour, each time and stuff, whatever, you get the subtracted from your Friday. So you say you take an hour, Monday through Thursday and stuff. You work half day Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
You can catch your doctors and all that type of shit. Like, if I'm assuming, let's just say you work 8 to 4 or 9 to 5.
Right.
Like, if you're done that 1 and stuff at the 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you should be able to make whatever other appointment.
You should be able to make it, yeah.
So therefore, again, the Saturday, take your bra off, ladies. Gentlemen, let your nuts hang. Others, I don't know what the fuck. Do it. Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever it is.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as like, the siesta thing, maybe not so much.
Okay.
I'm okay with it, because the key to happiness is to work less.
Yes.
I think when you're working and you're doing things that's meaningful to you,
right,
that vibe is different.
Yeah,
Because when it's meaningful, much as if it's meaningful work and you enjoy doing it, it doesn't feel like work.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But I look at it as like, yo, if I'm doing, like, I work at a bank job and motherfuckers are like, I have no up to move in this ranking. Like, I'm just a regular teller.
Yeah.
Or something like that, whatever. Give me my half day Friday, man.
See, and I don't know, because I don't know if the siesta would work for me, because what's the siesta like? It's like 2 or 3 hours?
I think it's like an hour or 2 off.
Yeah, so I don't know if I could go back to work after the hour or 2 off.
You ever had like a big ass lunch where you don't want to do shit?
Right.
No further questions.
Right.
And this is that moment.
Yeah.
It's that moment right there, man. Yeah. But we are here, man.
We're here.
Let's get into some of the polls and stuff like that for the week. So the first poll of the week says, does success depend on your effort or the algorithms? And 60% said effort. Talk about it. 60% said effort. We spoke about algorithms.
We spoke about algorithms.
We agreed with algorithms and stuff.
Yeah.
Why do you think some people would say effort? A lot of people voted, but they never commented.
I think they don't know how to use the algorithms correctly.
And so that's what I felt like when I saw like the votes, the tally.
Yeah.
When I looked at it stuff, I was like, where would they quantify like the hard work? Because I look at it stuff as where, again, we looked at it stuff as even like, let's say podcast wise, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're creating the content. You're, I want to say, making, let's say, posts that kind of can make people get engaged.
Right.
And stuff like that, whatever. You're out here on the platforms, let's say, posting your thing in your story. You're trying to send it to people to do all of that. what more hard work besides that
What could you possibly do? Right? Yeah.
I'm missing. Like, tell me if I'm missing something. Like,
You're not missing anything. And the reason why I say you're not missing anything, and the reason why I say algorithms,
yeah. Well, I'm still with algorithms, like you.
I made the. Remember, I was telling you about the Ohani Savant post that I made.
Yeah, correct.
December 18th, I made that post. Right.
Okay.
I'm still getting reposts today. Now that post, all I didn't do anything other than remix what he had already done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all I put was flamethrower, smoky face, smoky face, smoky face. That one post has now been seen over 50,000 times. And that's all algorithms because he's not a blue check person.
And you're not, and you, okay, so did you remix the beat? Like, what, or you?
I didn't do, all I did was add text.
Oh, you add text.
All I did was add text.
And that part right there and stuff, whatever, is again, how much would you consider that hard work?
Bro, it was no work at all.
When then you have somebody busting their ass and they can't even get like a damn 10,000 likes to like, one post and stuff, whatever, right? Y'all high. Shout out to y'all dealers. No, your choice is your choice, folks. Your choice is your choice.
To even one of the comments was, I'm glad I found this, and so Ohani, and shout out to Ohani because he accepted the collaboration, and he was like, "Dope, how did you find it?" And dude was like, "Oh, it just popped up in my feed." His response, "Oh, the algorithms is working." I was like, "The algorithms is working."
No further questions.
No further questions.
All right. Next poll was: Would 2025 be a good or bad for you? And 83% said good. I like
I like that.
The optimism.
I like that.
I'm a fan of optimism and stuff. How do you feel about 2025 and stuff? Whatever. Like, I want to say, consider the fact of how everything kind of like solidified and sealed the deal of ending of last year.
Right.
To even, well, shit, since we here, let's just keep it pushing and stuff, whatever. Like, the New Year's Day, you woke up and you heard this man ran over and killed 10 people and injured 30.
Yeah.
Right? To wake up to that, to New Year's Day morning.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like New Year's is still, like, 2025 is it for you? Like it's still going to be a good year? Because I look at it stuff like, yes, it's the top of the year.
Yeah.
It doesn't define the rest of the year. But I look at it stuff as like, sometimes when certain things start off like shit, they tend to roll through the shit until the shit is kind of became a streak or a skid mark.
Right. Yeah. Nah, I'm still positive about the outlook of 2025.
Okay, that's good.
I have plans in mind that I'm looking to now execute.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, it gives me not only something to look forward to, but also something to feel positive about. Now, I think I've now come to not just now come to the understanding that the negative stuff, you're not going to stop it, and it's going to rear its head at any time, any moment.
Correct.
Right? And
Absolutely.
the ideal now is, are you going to lament over the fact, or are you going to keep it pushing? Now, for those who are actually in it,
mm-hmm.
and it's happened to them, I don't expect them to get over it right away.
Okay.
Right? I don't expect them to get over it right away.
I was going to ask you stuff like, how long should a person lament? But
but at some point now, you got to realize that life is not going to stop because of this tragedy has happened.
Case in point was the I believe the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
So the Sugar Bowl is in Louisiana, right?
Right. It was that same night. I believe it was
following
the following night.
No. You're right. Same night. It was the same night. New Year's Day, New Year's night, and with that, I mean, to me, I was laughing at somebody and we were having this conversation.
Yeah,
and I think they were saying something like, "Yo, Happy New Year's." They're like, "Yeah, it's just crazy, but the trucker and everything like that." And the dude's like, "Shit, Sugar Bowl's still about to pop off and stuff in a few hours." I'm looking at the countdown on ESPN, and I was looking like, So we're not gonna acknowledge that like a tragedy has a possible terrorist attack has taken place.
Yeah, yeah.
Right by this mark, a possible second terrorist attack could take place.
Could take place.
And everything. And then he's like, shit, as long as my shit don't stop, that's all. Because he had plans just to kick back and like watch the Sugar Bowl. And I was like,
Right.
yeah.
And to cancel, I think to cancel something like that, yeah, they could have, but what about all the people that looked at this as something positive for them to look for? Just like how you were saying, dude was waiting for, he was getting ready to kick back, relax.
Mhm.
Probably might have had a stressful week. Who knows what he might have been through? This was his time to just watch the favorite sport that he likes, one of the bigger balls throughout the year, right?
Mhm.
And he's probably not the only one.
No, but I don't know. Like, I think we found a way to like to compartmentalize like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Without even trying. Because again, it's kind of like, I guess we're catering to the majority than the minority.
Right.
Right. And I guess that's how the world always tend to work and stuff previously. Because I look at it stuff as well. Again, New Year's Eve, we were watching the Cartel thing.
Yeah.
Right? The Vibes Cartel concert and stuff. And again, we're glorifying somebody and stuff, whatever, like allegedly. I'm saying allegedly,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
murdered somebody and then, grinded up the person and all the above, right? And the family who's close to this individual who has passed,
Right.
they're looking like, we can't fucking never lament in peace.
Right.
Because if you're looking at it and stuff, whatever, like, and I like how you said it the other day and stuff. You're like, Vibes Cartel is the Michael Jackson of Jamaica.
Yeah.
And I look at it stuff as like, if they're worshiping a guy who probably bodied your peoples and stuff like that, when would you ever get salvation?
When would you ever get salvation?
And yeah, like I don't expect that.
Yeah.
And again, if like, let's say there's some people who, let's say the individuals and stuff who've passed or who got injured and stuff, whatever, probably had plans of going to the Sugar Bowl and stuff like that now, right?
That's the other thing.
And now their worlds and lives have changed and stuff where like they're on like high alert from like crowded settings and everything. Because I'm pretty sure that shit will shape you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I remember.
Well, I mean, even if you like, when you mentioned that, I just even thought of, what if there's a group of you that were going, and some people stayed back at the hotel, and you were on the street, and you happened to be a victim.
Yeah, like
those people at the hotel, do they not say that they can't go?
Nah, because even like I saw some of the footage, right, of like the aftermath,
right,
of it. Well, I saw the footage from like the beginning piece, but it wasn't clear to me because that one was kind of like off in a distance, like.
Okay.
But then the aftermath of like the bodies and stuff there's like people standing next to, I'm assuming, like their loved ones and stuff that was there. So it's kind of like, this person met a tragic end, and now this person has to stand there and look at the corpse.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, and like, again, if they had other event stuff to go to, if they didn't, it still shapes an individual.
Oh, for sure.
Because I look at it where I've been downtown and stuff one time where there was an actual shooting at like Dundas Square.
Yeah.
Right? Caravana weekend and stuff like that, right? In my mind, it shaped me enough to be like, yo, if the sun is down and I'm down there and it's that weekend, I need to get the fuck up out of Dodge.
Right.
And I'm not saying this stuff like throughout the course of the years and stuff, like let's say whenever that situation took place, let's say it's before the 2010s.
Okay.
Right? We're 2025 now and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Over 15 years and plus removed from it, whatever. And I still think like this situation has shaped me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anybody personally who's lost their life, whatever, but I'm looking like, come on, when your proximity breeds care, and when you're close to it, like you feel it.
You feel it.
It's just it's a tragic thing because you have so many people, especially a place like Bourbon Street, just wants to celebrate for New Year's.
But that's it.
Just want to celebrate for New Year's, and there's some people they party like I want to say the younger folk, definitely.
Yeah.
But like the younger folk and stuff, like. To the ones who are like under the age of 30 and met their tragic end, like my hearts and feelings and stuff, like definitely go out to these folks.
Right.
Because I'm looking like, Like you were there just to have a good time.
Just to have a good time. Just to have a good time. And even with the understanding that, these things can happen at any place, anytime, you're still not thinking about it when you're out having a good time.
No, yeah. I mean, there's thousands. Look, I went to like Danforth?
Right.
The year when they had the shootings and shit like that down there.
Okay.
And like, I think two people got clipped.
Yeah.
Other people got shot, but like 2 people died and stuff, whatever in the process. And I was like, it's surreal to see a crowd of people like just surf because of the gunshots went off. Like I want to say gunshots went off to like my left. I can't remember east or west.
Yeah.
But I would say gunshots went off to my left. And the amount of people that was just running and you just dipped into like the groove of a store.
Right.
So it's kind of like I'm in this little doorway area with somebody I know. And there's like other people and stuff you don't know. They're just trying to avoid the wave of people running and stuff like that. I'm looking like, I'm not coming back to this shit. I'm too old for this. Murta. I'm too old for this, man. But it's, like I said, it's highly unfortunate and tragic, but I do believe like these things, if it's not that close at home to you or affect your home, don't let this shape your year to be something bad.
Right.
Right? I look at it stuff as, but we have a forecast. I like saying forecast because it could happen. It might not happen.
Yeah.
Right? But the forecast of 2025, like from 2024, hasn't been so good. It hasn't been so good so far.
No.
So now we're etching into it because before it's like, we'll deal with that shit when it comes. When it comes, it's like fucking next week.
Right, yeah.
And then you look like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now you have to deal with it.
You got to deal with it.
What do you feel about, let's say, all right, the information that came out pertaining to this individual, right? Again, the Ouija situation that happened in 2024.
Yeah.
And like this, like I felt like for the name that was given and the individual that was shot, killed, like, when he had the shootout with the police.
Right.
It was like mad information just went up like so damn fast.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're not a Nancy nobody no more when you commit these heinous acts.
No.
Like you're a somebody in like a day, in 24 hours and stuff. You went from nothing to something.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I feel like copycats would be like a second to none. Because I look at it stuff as where if you had nothing going on with your life and stuff, and you're looking for some kind of purpose,
right?
Why not be a copycat to one of these heinous acts? To be like, yo, you were nothing, now you're something.
Especially if you're on a thought that you have nothing to live for, and you're gonna take yourself out. You're probably saying, well, I might as well go out with a bang.
Yeah, never die alone.
Right.
Yeah,
jeez.
That's on to lighter stuff.
Well, what's your outlook for 2025?
I think my outlook for 2025 and stuff is big things are gonna pop.
Good.
It's weird. It feels like surreal. Like some things and stuff is like they're like, I want to say, 2023.
Yeah.
To me, had a vibe and stuff where like shit trying to get sorted out.
Right.
2024 is kind of like, all right, get comfortable to the groove because you know that this is what it is.
Yeah.
2025 feels like level up.
Right.
For me. And I look at it stuff as where I rather like for the New Year's, I didn't do shit. I just wanted just a chilling vibe.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as like, I'm saving my energy for all the good shit that's coming towards. And it's an eerie feeling. Like I look at it stuff as like, it's surreal. Like when I'm like, I have no proof.
Right.
But I know what I'm doing and stuff, whatever, is 100% what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I love that fucking analogy, whatever. What are your what are your plans? Closing curtains?
Flowers and curtains?
Flowers and curtains, man. Like, that's it. I'm just watching shit grow and I'm minding my business.
Yeah.
And that's just it. So when I'm seeing like some other type of shit, like, yeah, again, thoughts and prayers to these peoples and stuff, whatever, again, but I'm looking, I'm like let me shut my freaking curtains real quick.
Right.
And let me continue to water the shit that needs to grow.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like, I don't want to sound like I'm better than anybody, but that tragic shit is over there while I'm over here and stuff, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
possibly oblivious to it. Because I look at it stuff as I was off on New Year's Day. And if I look to avoid, like, say, news outlets and everything, I'd even go online and say, like, you know, Happy New Year's to people like on their gram.
Right.
Whatever, right? And I'm looking, or just, you know, to post like a Happy New Year's flashing thing. Because I'm looking at them like, flowers and curtains. Like, so I'm in my flowers and curtains moment and stuff like that. And then, like, you see it on like the news outlets and stuff, you're like, if I avoided you motherfuckers and stuff, whatever, this day would have been a good damn day.
This is so true.
So true. I'm just looking at stuff as like, like my positive words to the peoples and stuff out here is like, hey, if you don't have anything where you can possibly watch it grow to be something great or better than what it was, find it. Try and do something, stuff along those lines.
Yeah.
And if not, whatever, like, yeah, flowers and curtains, man.
Yeah.
You can't, not every battle is your battle.
No.
Not every fight is your fight. So you got to just kind of fall back and be like, yo, you know what? This is fucked up. I can acknowledge it with the level of compassion. Like I said, people have lack of compassion.
Yeah.
Give your compassion to it.
Yeah.
And then be like, all right, I'm going to just continue to do positive things and great things
for sure
over here.
The world doesn't cease to turn. And if it does, we're all in trouble. So,
right.
So it is.
There's a lot of nuclear shit in the forecast and stuff as well, right? I don't hear not all wars are trying to pipe down and stuff for this year, but like, we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Again, we never thought the Ukraine and Russia shit
would be this long. Yeah, you're right.
Woo.
You're right.
Woo. It's a different thing. All right, man. Let me ask you. Code switching. Do you view code switching a good or a bad thing? And I'll give my reason of like why I'm attacking code switching.
Right.
I've come to a point and I realize and stuff, whatever, that, well, I've always known there's a time and place for everything.
Right.
But I look at stuff as that certain settings that you're used to being in might not help the water aspect or the growing aspect of, like, you know, the curtains and the flowers piece.
Okay, got it.
Right? So you would have to switch a setting.
Right.
Be into a new setting.
Yeah.
And being into a new setting and stuff, it might not be something what you're used to. Like we always say, great things don't happen in a comfort zone.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I look at it stuff as where, let's say, even like, well, we won't mention a company, but like even like the whole sponsorship thing for like podcasts and stuff, whatever, like recently and stuff, right? Where, you know, you sent the email and everything like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at stuff as like, do they expect us to kind of like, oh, wow, we're sandbowing for your product.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at stuff as like, how much is for the sandbow, like on this check?
Right. Yeah.
And I'm looking at stuff as like, silly Marv, haven't we learned anything about like the Diddy situations and stuff that are past 2023, 2024 about, you know, bending over for the check?
Right. The whole soul selling aspect.
And I'm looking at stuff, I was like, well, I don't want to do all of that to compromise my integrity, but then it still would seem like on a format of code switching.
Right.
So then this is what I'm looking at and stuff. Do you view code switching as a good or a bad thing?
I'm still going to side on it being a good thing.
Okay.
Tell
me
for the fact of the matter is that, again, like, I speak English fluently, write it fluently, hear it fluently, right? I'm also Jamaican, so part of my heritage is patois, aka broken English, little English, broken Spanish combined together to form something that is considered a language, right? Now, when I'm amongst fellow Jamaicans, family members, even those within the Caribbean diaspora who may speak a similar dialect, but maybe not quite patois. In communicating with them, I can speak like that and feel comfortable knowing that they'll understand me.
Mm.
But in a work setting where I'm dealing with people who are maybe outside of the Jamaican culture, outside of the Caribbean culture, and not necessarily used to it, because you do have folks who have been around Caribbean people and just by the nature of proximity have been able to pick up the language and understand some of it.
I think so. Let's not stray far from that. Whatever. I
Right.
feel like if English is spoken enough, or like there's a translation thing. Like right now, currently at my job, my coworkers probably hear me talking about them and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
There's like a situation where you have a lady, like, motherfucker sound like she came fresh from Jamrock yesterday.
Right.
Right? And we have another individual who's a young lad. He's he's a definite like a Gen Z. Like he was born in 2000.
Okay.
So he's born in 2000 and stuff for us. So that means, yeah, he'll be 25 this year.
Right.
And sometimes she gets lost in the sauce on talking to him.
Right.
And he's looking at me as a translator, fucking grace. And it annoys me at times, but I look at it as like, at first it used to super annoy me. I'm like, the man, because he's just, you're her,
right.
I'm him.
Right.
And let's say that I'm over there. He's like this. What did she say? Ask her, fucker.
Tell her to code switch.
But I dig it though, because I look at it stuff as like, where her not code switching and stuff is looking like, yo, I am who the fuck I am.
Right.
And I kind of like the energy, but I look at it as like, there's good things, the pros and cons. So what are the cons to you to code switching then?
I mean,
I want to hear your con.
The cons to code switching is simply that. What if now this person, right, who's only speaks, let's say, Italian.
Okay.
Right? Never chose to learn a lick of English, because we run into people like that, right? If that person is to get into some sort of, God forbid, an accident, and now the ambulance and attendees come to help her out, and they speak no word of Italian, this lady's in trouble.
The misunderstanding. Yeah, that's a piece to me. You see, I have an issue with code switching and stuff, whatever, when, like, let's say, for example, it's just in my head. Okay. You're a Chinese descendant. Your name is Hong.
Right.
But your English name is Ray. If we translate the name Hong,
right,
are we gonna get
Ray? Yeah.
No, we're not.
No.
So again, that aspect is like, why you fucking call me Hong?
Yeah, and I'll agree with you there. Like, if you don't need to switch your name up, I can pronounce Hong. I can understand that your name is Hong.
What if even to the people who don't have those long ass, like, say they have a long ass name or a name that's hard to enunciate,
right?
And they're like, let's say it's like, my name is Ofifi Yoko,
right?
Whatever. Call me Fifi. No, call me by my name. Say my name, yo. Say my name. I don't care
if your tongue twists.
Yeah, like, what the hell, like, yo.
Learn how to say it.
Yo, like, if I fuck with you like that, then maybe you can say, okay, you can call me Fifi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but if I fuck with you like that, I should learn how to pronounce your name.
Valid. Because I look at it stuff as where, like, they're like, no, I seen, like I said, I have Asian coworkers.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm looking like, your name is Sarah? Kyoming. That's Sarah? If I type in like a Korean type of
right, with the translation,
it's gonna give me Sarah.
Right.
And I'm like, code switching ass motherfuckers. that's the part I'm not for.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as like, all right, should a person suppress their cultural identity for the sake of their career?
No, I don't think so.
And that's why I feel like that might be a drawback and stuff for them. Misunderstanding, like what you were saying.
Right.
Again, when the accident situation and stuff.
Yeah.
And that aspect and stuff is like, yo, this is kind of like my landscape of like, and some people have cultural type of names and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna now switch my name to cater to your squad and stuff because Sarah is more malleable to use, whatever, right? And I'm like, no, learn my damn name.
Yeah.
Learn for a fact that we live in a place that's a melting pot of diversity. And this is just what it is. Maybe if we're in like, I don't want to pick on like a small country, but if we're in a small country, let's say wherever the hell, like in the Pacific Ocean or on that side of the world,
right?
And you're the only black person and stuff, whatever, and you're trying to petition the stuff for them to call you by your hard enunciation kind of black name when you're probably like the one in your populace.
Yeah.
You're pushing it.
Okay.
You're pushing it. Code switch the fuck to survive. Because code switching, I feel like it's good for survival purposes and stuff and fit it in as well, right?
Right.
And
I was gonna say, what if you're part of a particular culture, right? By ancestry, but you grew up in another culture. So, for instance, like your parents came from
Jamaica?
No, I won't say Jamaica. Let's say India.
Okay.
Where they have a particular style of dress, right? But the kids are born here in Canada, and they also have a tradition. They also can dress traditionally, but they choose not to. They choose to dress like a typical Canadian person.
Okay.
What would would that be considered? That wouldn't be considered code switching to you, would that?
No, I think from that child being born here,
right,
you're already in a different kind of starting point compared to the parents. Right. So I look at it stuff as if where the parents, when they were children, they came up and they saw everybody, like I want to say, in traditional garb of whatever country or whatever region that they were in.
Yeah.
That would be, I want to say, there was something what they're kind of used to.
Right.
But now when, and it's crazy too, like when you even said the Indian folk, I look at it stuff as where there's a good portion of like, what I like about that community is that they're so intertwined with each other.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, if you have your child, you want to send them to daycare and stuff, whatever. In the Indian, like a certain parts and stuff, whatever, like especially here,
right?
It's futile. It makes no sense. You might be paying an arm, a leg, and a soul for them daycare when you could probably find another Indian grandma to watch your kids.
Right.
She might be in traditional garb as is.
Right.
So it's kind of like your kid will come up seeing traditional garb or clothing regardless. Right?
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as like, but again, these kids are Canadian kids. They're not Indian kids.
Right.
Where I feel like they can have the duality of best of both.
It would more be the
parents
coming up
the
now
clothes like,
to fit in.
Coming to America.
Right.
And I always love that example and stuff for that because in Coming to America, they came off that plane crisp.
Yeah.
With the gold amulets and everything. Like, you gotta call it an amulet and everything with the fur hat and all the above because this is what the luxury they knew.
Right.
And when they went into the store, it came out super New York and everything.
Right.
Code switching.
Code switching at its
I
finest.
mean, like, yo, be who you are.
Yeah.
Own it.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, we're all different. Right. But survival purpose, yes. Because I look at it stuff as where if you're in a hood type of setting and stuff, whatever, and everybody got like, what do they call like ski masks? I was gonna say a shiesty. They're called shiesties to the younger kids, is what I've been told, okay?
Yeah.
But like, they have the ski mask and everything like that. And now, the hoodie up, all black like the Omen.
Yeah.
And then you have, let's say, two types of cars of Caucasians that might roll through. One is kind of like the family going to Wally World.
Right.
Right? And then you have the other family and stuff, whatever. You had it on the face, tied it on the face. Sorry, I got to talk English. Tied it on the face.
Yeah.
And everything and stuff. And like, yo, where the weed at? Which Caucasian car would you think will get the harassment?
You're right.
Wally World seems like it.
Wally World
Because
seems
Wally
like it.
World doesn't seem like they're from that ilk or
Right.
that surrounding,
Yeah.
and they didn't code switch enough to possibly survive a little bit longer.
We were talking about this, and I'm just thinking about, when would we pinpoint the start of code switching? Because there's that popular term, when in Rome, do as
What
the
Romans
Romans.
do. Right.
Right? And that's been around since I was growing up. I can imagine that's been around since my parents was growing up. I don't think that's just a nowadays saying.
Right.
Yeah. So is it that people were code switching when they went to Rome back in the day and being like the Romans?
I think so. But I feel like a European, like, cultures are everything.
Culture is everything.
Culture is everything and stuff, whatever. So I look at it stuff as like, when you have a Black culture, right?
Right.
When you're saying Black culture and stuff, whatever, that can envelop Black people. But what do these particular Black people do? Like, if you're looking at, you say, oh, Black culture. Where? From what side of the world? What part
Right.
of the world? Because if
Right.
you're saying like Black culture in like Nigeria or Ghana, something like that, you're thinking of West African culture.
Right.
And their vibe might be a little bit different compared to like the Black folks in Canada
Canada. Yeah.
and the Black folks in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, it's just, it varies from place to place. I think the stuff for the kicker to me is kind of like, even like with Black people, I think it was Tony Rock that said it. All right, let me ask you, are there levels to your inner nigger?
I would think so.
Like on the scale of like 1 to 10 and stuff, whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's, and I feel like some things is part of your culture. Like, funny thing, I sent you a message about something, and then you sent me a message about, oh, somebody want to help volunteer. And then you're like, Bumbo Johnny.
Right.
And like, your culture dictated you even typing that out, whatever.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I looked at it stuff as like, yo, it's freaking hilarious because to me, like, I look at it stuff as one, I'm from the culture,
Yeah.
and I know that you don't normally talk like this.
Right, right.
So I know that this is like code 13, like red alert type of like,
yeah.
so I'm looking like, that right there speaks about our culture. When I look at it and stuff, other people that are around from our culture will understand that. You show that to like somebody from like, let's say a Jamaican descent, no, a non-Jamaican descent person, like even American,
Right. Yeah.
and you just show them that message and stuff, and they're like, Bumbo Johnny? What happened to Johnny? Did they meant to spell gumbo wrong?
Right.
Why
right.
you put like,
right.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as where like these things would speak about like different cultures. But I looked at it when Tony Rock was saying it and stuff, like, yo, there's levels to your nigga.
Right.
And I looked at it and stuff, was like, all right, on a scale of 1 to 10, who would be your 1 on your Black person scale?
Right.
And then who would be your 10 on a Black person scale? It's kind of similar to like the devil and the angel thing.
Yeah.
We're talking, but now you can throw in like other markers and stuff, because I look at it stuff as where us being a Black culture in Western world,
Right.
we kind of know and stuff is like, yo, she was doing the most. Like if you say some chick was doing the most, you're like, how much was she doing the most? You're like, Beyonce, be like, oh, this shit's over the top.
Right. Right.
But if you're like, she's doing the most, how's she doing the most? Alicia Keys, you're like, Alicia Keys, not so much. She doesn't do the most. You get what I'm saying?
I get what
so
you're
like,
saying.
what celebrity would you use for like a 1 and like a 10?
Okay, so for 1, I would use I can't remember his first name, but Johnson, the dude who used on BET.
Oh, Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Okay.
He would be my 1. Then on my 10, it would probably be Cat Williams.
Yeah. I can rate that. I think my 1 would probably be Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he definitely a 1. Yeah.
Because I saw a clip the other day. I don't know if I can find it again, but if I find it, I'll send it to you.
Right.
And it's like, dude, these Caucasian kids, and they're playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, bro, talk in your Morgan Freeman voice. I'm going to hunt you. When I find you, I'm going to hold you nice and close. And he had his Morgan Freeman spot on.
You're spot on.
And I was looking like, they don't even find Morgan Freeman alarming.
No.
So I look at Morgan Freeman would be that
dude. Morgan Freeman plays God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That God, March of the Penguins, that's your one.
Yeah.
My 10 is Charleston White. I feel like
Charleston White. Yeah, he
I feel like Dr. Umar might come with some passion, but it might somewhat make sense.
Right.
But like with Charleston White is like, from looking at him, it's just problematic.
Yeah.
The hat's cocked to the side, the jewels is blinging. He's like, shit, these niggas need to know when they stop cooning and cooning. You still gonna be a coon no matter how much money you make. And I was like, is he wrong?
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
But like, you didn't have to take it up to that notch.
No.
But I look at it stuff as like, all right, just shout out some numbers then. At work, scale of 1 to 10. Where's your nigga?
Oh, I work. I'm 1.
1.
I'm 1.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm 1 at work.
I'm a terrorist then.
Yeah,
I'm at like a 4.
Yeah, 4.
I'm at a mild 4, 3. I want to say 4 at most.
Right.
If I'm really irate and hot,
Yeah.
you got 6 out of me. But I ain't talking no more because I know that it's only a few notches for you might get mad. Fuck this place. My inner Charleston White is coming out. Whatever, right? All right. Getting pulled over by police.
1.
You're at a 1?
I'm at a 1 still.
Yes, sir.
I'm at a 1 still. No, but it's not even
You
a
live
matter.
in Canada.
No, but it's not even a matter of being shook. It's just when I'm other than speaking to like my people,
Yeah.
I'm typically like
At a 1?
I'm typically at a 1.
How about arguing with your wife?
Now arguing my wife, it can
That's
go,
your people.
It can go from 5 to 10. Arguing with my wife, it can go from 5 to 10.
Say that with your chest. Right?
From 5 to 10.
All right.
It can go with my wife.
All right. And then I guess like talking to an older, elderly person of your culture.
Of my culture, I would say 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I dig that. Because like I'm always trying to get your range and stuff, whatever. And I look at this stuff as where, let's say you come from a war, because your household you came up in was not a wild household. But let's say some people I know they came up in households where they friggin' talk like they're in a marketplace. They move like that. Right. And then to see them and stuff, whatever, like, you know, I know a guy, an old school Jamaican dude. Yo, this man would be like, yo, I feel like he's super racist. You know, like the man's like, I think one white lady and stuff went up to him one day. She's like, oh, I love your haircut, whatever. Because I think he got like a little 1-2 little design to the side and stuff, whatever. And I was right there. And then soon as she walked off, he like, dirty white woman. You think me want you? I was like, yo, chill. Turn down your inner nigga. Your inner ninja. Inner ninja. Turn it down.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, she's just giving you a compliment, my guy. Like, yo, but some of them don't even wash themselves properly and everything like that. You know how many times I see white people don't use like washcloth and the beard. I was like,
right.
You're just racist. Just turn it down. At this point, just try and keep your job. Like, yo, your focus is try and keep your job. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it stuff as where I feel like, I don't know if you've seen that Key and Peele skit where like it was like Obama. It's like a boot, like, you know, Jordan Peele's like Obama.
Yeah.
And he's greeting like all the black people and he's greeting the white people and stuff, whatever. They're like, how's it going? How's it going? He's like, you see the black people like, bring it in, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My code switching is just going to that point where I'm looking at stuff as like, at work now, I'm at this place where I'm like, take me as I am.
Yeah.
Take me as I am. If you're not going to want to promote me because I don't move like someone else, like, oh my gosh, yeah, or possibly a person like yourself.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not suffering an identity crisis.
Right.
When I see people and stuff, whatever, like I guess would be on the you level, like on the ones. And then like we're at the job and stuff, whatever, then you try to come to me, whatever, like, no, nigga. Don't try to switch it up. Stick with your Carlton loving ass the same way you gave them. I want you to give me that same energy, because I always feel like it's so crazy where some places, like, it be your own people that will want to stun on you.
Right.
But then when it comes to the non-blacks, they want to act all uppity.
Mm.
And I have a problem with that.
Okay.
Because I'm looking like, yo, you gave, let's say, lack of a better word, you gave this white person the decency, the respect, the tone, the all of that, the inflection.
Yeah.
But with me, you say like 2 words, I'm confused. You're like, Zimmy? Z you what? like, yo, give me that respect and that level.
What I can say within the workplace, I think it's not my attitude that changes, it's the communication. Because I need for you to understand me. So
I dig that.
Yeah.
I can respect
yeah,
that.
so I'll keep the same bravado. It doesn't change. Just the way how I communicate it will change it. Because I need for you to
body
understand.
language is a thing too, though, right?
That as well.
Because the body language is like kind of like a form of communication and stuff. And I look at it as stuff as where we're at this point where I think, when I graduated,
yeah,
I try to do the whole button up every day, all day, most of the days of the week, or like at least like that kind of preppy Carlton type of vibe.
Yeah.
But deep down inside, I wasn't feeling it like that. Because I'm looking like my whole wardrobe got a switch. And then it was even so funny where I even went to the grocery store one day. I had like hoodie, tracksuit, and everything and stuff. I saw a coworker that I was even like exchanging words with 2 days prior at the grocery store. Like, say I saw her on the Thursday, we would exchange words about like patient shit. Saturday, I'm at a grocery store with my woman and stuff at the time. And I see her and we make eye contact and she didn't even address me or she didn't even know who I was.
Right, because you were just so...
I'm soaking in my hoodie.
Yeah,
I'm not in there in the button up.
Yeah.
You know, a different type of thing, whatever. Like, and I even called to her. So I'm like, hey, how's it going? First, I didn't say her name. Like, hey, how's it going and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
Same voice I normally would bring at work. She's like, fine, good. And put her head down and everything. And she walks some more. I'm like, Christine. I called her out. Fucking called her out. You're damn right I did. Like, Christine, she turned around and was like, oh my God, Marvin! I didn't know it was you! Oh, wow!
You're not so menacing. You're not so menacing now that I know it's you.
Motherfucker. After that, whatever.
Right.
I see her at work. Hey, Christine, what's good? You good? You recognize me? Yeah, what? Like, I'm an asshole like that, whatever. Some people call it petty. I call it being an asshole.
Yeah.
I just look like, yo, this is the energy you're gonna get.
You're gonna get now, right?
Because I'm looking at them like, yo, I code switched enough to your level where I thought it was peachy keen, easy to kind of spot me in public.
Yeah.
But clearly my dress code plays a factor because me looking like how I want to look and stuff, whatever, you're not even batting an eye.
Right, right.
So it tells me a lot, like, because this is my go-to downtime clothing.
Yeah.
So meaning if you saw me, you wouldn't even bat an eye to my direction.
Right, right.
So I have to pretend like dress casual just for you to be recognized or be treated with respect. Fist yourself.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you consider then, would dressing for the occasion be a form of code switching, or would that be something different?
No, I would consider that different.
Right. Because, and the reason why I ask you this, right, is because...
Traffic court people that wear a suit and tie? Traffic court?
No.
Because I've seen a few people like that. I'm like, you bitch.
I mean, one of your icons in the rap music, Jay-Z, we see him in the business attire, but we grow up knowing him for the streetwear.
I think with Jay, let's say this. I think he's a little bit different.
Right.
And most of these celebrities and stuff, I kind of consider them a little bit mostly different too, because we've come to a point where we see Jay-Z and stuff in settings where Sean Carter is the person.
Right.
Jay-Z is the businessman. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Right.
So I look at it stuff as where we seen the NFL meetings or something like that, where he's in there with Roger Goodell and other NFL people and stuff. And he had a tracksuit on with a fitted hat and his dreads out.
Right.
His locks out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I look at it stuff like, he ain't code switch for that.
Right.
But I look at it stuff as like, are there meetings and stuff what say the Ace of Spade meetings and stuff, probably like in the beginning or something like that,
Yeah.
whatever, right? Like
Right.
he could have did both and stuff, whatever, right? Then you have another entire individual that don't have Jay-Z privilege.
Right. Right.
Should you just go in my tracksuit and stuff and say like, yo, what I'm saying is vital? They'd be like, security?
Right. Again, so that would be for the occasion.
Right.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like like I said, like Jay-Z or celebrities and stuff like that, whatever. I feel like most of them have kind of done things prior to like us catching them in a business setting.
Yeah.
To say like, oh, they've dressed or they switched to something like that. Cause I don't see him, let's say, if I might work next to a building where he might do business in and he might fly in town. And I see him be like, yo, where the joggers at? Where the fitted hat, whatever, right?
Right.
He might be in a suit for that day. Because
Right.
even like the Mufasa shit, that night, he was in a suit
Right,
with
yes.
his family.
Yes.
And then you seen him at like last year's Super Bowl in a tracksuit and fitted.
Yeah.
With shades on. So
Yeah.
I'm looking like, there's a time and place for everything. I wouldn't put that in code switching.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to ask you real quick. Is there such thing as a perfect crime? And why I'm asking this and stuff, whatever, because I look at this stuff as where, yes, young Thug is free, but Lil Durk is going through his things now.
Yeah.
Right. And I even heard a Charleston White thing in my head that Lil Durk might not see time of daylight again and stuff, whatever, right? For him, he didn't actually commit the murders.
No.
He called the shots.
Right.
Right? But they're all being tailored and taped right back to him. For a person, let's say you're affluential. Fuck it. We'll go to my slogan. Give me 50 million, I'll tell you how I feel. You have $50 million. Somebody is a nuisance in your world. A nuisance.
Mhm.
You have the money to get rid of
that nuisance? Yeah.
Do you think that you will walk away unscathed by getting rid of like the problem or the nuisance and stuff in your world? Even if you don't set them up to get killed, like you set them up to get beat up.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be a perfect crime and stuff? You'd be like, yo, I pay this person the money. They beat the shit out of this person and stuff. Teach them a lesson by running their yip yap near me.
I would do it, but there's got to be, I want to say, 3 to 4 degrees of separation.
Talk about it.
So I'm paying the guy who's paying the guy who's paying the guy who's paying the guy.
You feel safe with that though?
I feel safer with that.
Safer.
I feel safer with that.
Safer. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because I look at something as well, loose lips sink ships, and you know, what is it? 2 can keep a secret if 3 are dead. 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead.
Right.
Right? So it's kind of like you let more people know about set situation and stuff. I feel like it still can tie you. Like, think about all the CSI shit we see on like the TV shows, from like the documentaries that we done seen. What did we saw? Cyanide and Curry? And then the last murder one we saw together.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and stuff. No, we saw one with like some guy slapping up some chick. He's fucking some chick and the chick's like saying somebody else is stalking him. I think he had like, I felt like he had a big dick, no homo. But like he was just, remember the chick was like, it's not me stalking you, we're together.
Right, yeah.
Who is stalking you? Remember that?
Yeah,
I can't remember the
I can't remember
documentary. But even like, I feel like in today's time, there's no such thing as a perfect crime.
In today's time. But back in the day, I mean, they would have someone else do the crime, and by the time that person comes back to report that everything is over, they would kill that person.
Oh, that's
tying up all loose ends.
You sound kind of mafioso
right
now.
I mean, it's been done, and I'm pretty sure there's people out here that are living life knowing that it's been done, it's been handled, it's been silenced. The buck stops here. If the buck can stop at you, you're not going to really tell on yourself.
Mm. Yeah, so perfect crimes don't exist no more. Like, because I got a story for you. One year, shout out to John. One year, John and I, we were going to Cleveland for Thanksgiving, U.S. Thanksgiving, right?
Okay.
We're driving now, and we're driving on the 90 West.
Right.
We're driving on 90 West. It's dark. It's nighttime and stuff because this is the day before Thanksgiving. So it's the Wednesday night, but it's late. Driving. There's to the left side, we pass a prison. I don't know what the name of the prison is and stuff. It's off the 90. If you know, you know.
You know. Somewhere upstate?
Yeah, upstate, like in Pennsylvania, New York type of vicinity and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Fences up, all the above, boom, boom, boom. You see this shit? We driving, chit-chatting, talking about whatever's clever and stuff like that, you know. We talking, there's a hot dog, a sandwich. He getting irate. I'm laughing at him because he getting irate. To the right, on the side of the highway, you see an orange tracksuit, orange jumpsuit, walking, jogging on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
Prison we passed was probably like 20 minutes behind us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We look at each other like, guess the fuck. like, oh shit. Did you saw it? I thought booty that, you know?
Right, yeah.
He's like, yo, I did. So I was like, this is different. We shot our pie holes. We just floored it.
Keep moving.
Kept it pushing.
Keep moving before it gets. Hey,
yeah. We were going to Ohio. That was not the state we were planning to stop in anyway.
Right.
All right, cool. The next day, Thanksgiving morning, they said that there was an inmate that has escaped, but he died in a house fire.
Wow.
Perfect crime? We both looked at each other and almost shot ourselves. We told everybody that was around me, like, yo, we saw him. He didn't die. He bodied somebody and took out a tooth and probably set the place on blaze. I think perfect crimes and stuff can't exist to that level anymore.
No.
Because of the technology.
Yeah.
And where we are right now. So that's a no bueno, no me gusta. So I don't think so. But yeah, that's my story. And the world knows. And the inmate might come for me.
He might come for you.
But I'm on this side of the country.
He's not going to come for you because then it won't be a perfect crime. He'll expose himself if he comes for you.
It's true. All right. We can. Oh, one last quick thing before we get to the question of the week. Do you think Drake's career would change after the Super Bowl? Remember, the lawsuit thing has went in already.
After the Super Bowl.
After the Super Bowl. Do you think that his fans and his like whoever is still on to Drake, who still has love for Drake, would that dissipate more? Would that dilute? Would he gain more people? Because I think part of the whole thing and stuff is that we were hoping, or other people are looking like, when they didn't know about the in-depth aspect of the lawsuit,
right,
was that, oh, you're just trying to sue to stop Kendrick from performing at the Super Bowl.
Right.
Everything's still on course. Like I said, forecast is still on to go.
Still a go.
Do you think his career would change for the better or for the worse?
I think his fans are still going to be his fans. I think those who, I think if he now just puts everything aside and concentrates on just really putting out good music, I think for most people, good music is undeniable. And they'll kind of be like, all right, it was a moment in time. We're now past that moment. I think if he stays on course and and keeping it alive. Like, he recently just put out some stuff, and
Mhm.
one of the things is one of the tracks is called "Fighting Irish," and it's saying in that track he's going after LeBron. Why? You know what I mean? Like, to me, you're prolonging it now, right? Like, it was quiet for a minute. Now everybody's like, oh, he's taking shots at LeBron. Well, we know why he would be taking shots at LeBron from. It's extended from this whole Kendrick Lamar.
So, and go ahead, continue. I don't want
Yeah, no, and it's extended from this whole Kendrick Lamar. When I'm just saying, bro, just put out good music. Just that's all you got to do at this point. Let it die.
This is why I don't think his career would be the same. I think like it would probably dissipate a lot more
Yeah,
because he took the time to keep addressing, let's say, the aftermath
right.
of this Kendrick Lamar beef. And it's kind of like it's bothering him to the point where we can see.
Right.
And he's not sticking to like the bread and butter like you're saying and stuff too. Now the Super Bowl, I look at it stuff as where some people don't care about football until the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So let's say if you're hell, we'll say this. You're a recent transplant to North America from whatever other country, former country and stuff, whatever.
Okay.
And you have a younger demographic that will understand like that this took place.
Yeah.
Come Super Bowl now, you go to this party, Super Bowl party, and you see the younger demographic like certified pedophile, what? You know English.
Right.
You know pedophile's not a good thing now.
Right,
And you're looking
right.
like, what's going on? Why is everybody singing? It's like, oh, the guy Drake. Yeah, I know that he's the biggest artist in the world.
Yeah.
He's a certified pedophile? And
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, but the
the
reason
person, the implant,
but the
was
reason,
looking like.
But the reason why I throw in the allegedly thing is because we started off at the top talking about the Michael Jackson of Jamaica. I mean, we knew what he was in jail for, right? But then he came out and he put on one of the biggest concerts in Jamaica ever. And that's because while he was in jail,
That's different though, because he did time.
no, but
Drake never did time for pedophilia.
and that's what I'm saying. While he was doing time, his focus was never anything close to that. All he kept doing from jail was put out hit after hit after hit.
Oh, you're talking about in that regard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that regard, yes. I think if Drake was steady focused stuff like that, he'd be smooth like Botox.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever, because I want to say even the Cartel's music when he was in there had nothing to signify like, let's say, him and Movato's like beef going on.
Right.
It was just him just putting out music.
Right.
When he was out and before, prior stuff, whatever, him and, the Gully, the Barber,
Yeah.
and all that type of shit was going on. Yes.
Yeah.
But Drake didn't do that now, right? But I think reputation and stuff is still everything.
Right.
And to the ones that don't know, like I want to say surface level people, I don't expect them to kind of know, but I kind of, because Drake is that big ass of a celebrity.
Yeah.
And a superstar.
Yeah.
But I look at it stuff as like, if you're in somewhere and they're just playing like a few Drake tunes and everything like that, and you know Drake, I think it might be a topic in your discussion, in your circle. But if you're looking like, you used to call me on my cell phone, you hear that come on somewhere, and you're like, oh, I just love Drake. They might not signify that with the beef. And it might not be a talk.
No, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Come Super Bowl party now, Super Bowl parties, people gather.
Yeah.
People who don't really gather, like I want to say on a regular basis,
Right.
to that extent for like this cause.
Yeah.
Must have some people who don't even watch football.
Right.
And now have a living room full of youngins and stuff. If I'm an older person, I'm an implant to the world or to the Western world, and then I hear all of this and stuff, I would look at the superstar different.
Would you look at him different?
I would look at him different. I would use my judgment to know for a fact he hasn't gone to jail for like the pedophilia or all the bad things to say, the OV hole.
Yeah.
But certain things is catchy as hell to it, whatever.
Yeah,
And people
yeah.
like, I kind of like this fuck Drake song. Sorry, Aubrey. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like, if you're a casual fan, then I think probably. But I think no, his diehard fans, I think regardless they're gonna be there. I mean,
Diehard fans is fans. Fanatics are fanatics.
Yeah, and if we look at just the tales of the tape, Spotify, even with all that went down last year, he was still the most streamed artist after the beef, right? So it's not like it really. Yeah, and I think. And to be honest, I think it's just in the eyes of the hip hop community. I don't think anybody else has lost the beat when it comes to Drake.
True.
I don't think the dance audience. I don't think like the regular party club goers. I don't think it really affected them as far as how they look at him. Like I was always been saying, they're just waiting for him to get back to making music for them.
Yeah, I think that was the dope thing about the Drake lookalike party.
Right. Yeah.
From the clips that I saw, they just played like classic good Drake songs that like wasn't like beef songs or like dissing songs. They were just like party, have a good time type of Drake, because everybody was in the atmosphere in that kind of state of mind. It's just like the super fans are always going to be the super fans, but I look at it stuff as where the super fans numbers, I don't think they're growing.
No,
I feel like the super fans numbers and stuff might stay stagnant, or they might leave, because it's kind of like, I want that Drake music you're talking about,
right?
But he's coming out with shit to like prolong his beef,
right?
Or this war,
right?
I'm gonna leave. You know my slogan: "Don't make me leave."
Yeah.
So I look at it stuff as like, yeah, I'm looking for like a fun Drake track I can probably sing to my woman in a car or something like that, whatever.
Right.
You're giving me fuck a LeBron. Yeah, I'm off Drake.
Right.
So I feel like it's gonna dwindle.
Yeah.
Because of that aspect.
If he goes down, if he continues down that road, definitely.
Because I want to say like closer to the Super Bowl time, there might be another thing. Like I don't know if 50 was true or not, but 50 Cent had a paper and stuff or had a list.
Right.
That all the people are on Drake's hit list. Tyler the Creator is on there. LeBron was on there. So then when I heard the Fighting Irish track, I was like, I wonder if Tyler the Creator has like a track, you know, like, or Drake has a thing for him and everything like that, whatever. But he mentioned him in like another song and stuff, like, and the other people he hasn't mentioned and stuff in a bit. But I'm like, don't waste your time just aiming at the people that you saw at the concert. You've already addressed like people like The Weeknd. You already addressed like Future, Metro Booming. Get back to the goods, Doug.
The other side to that, right? We'll say to date, Not Like Us, would you say is Kendrick Lamar's biggest track?
Yes.
To date, right?
Yes.
Is he going to be beholden to keep that type of groove going? That like, because I would say for him to stay at where he's at, he needs to keep that type of groove going.
Squabble Up.
Yeah.
Squabble Up doesn't sound too far from that. Not Like Us.
Right.
And so I look at it stuff as where we got a different kind of Kendrick Lamar energy from like Good Kid, Mad City.
Right.
Pimp a Butterfly. And Damn. That energy was different compared to like Not Like Us and Squabble Up.
Right.
So I look at it stuff as where Squabble Up is working now too.
Yeah.
So if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
But I'm saying now he has to kind of stay in that lane, because he can't go back and expect to keep those new fans that jumped on the bandwagon from the Not Like Us.
I don't know. That's a good question. I would probably say he can, because right now, if he's big enough like that,
right,
I think they'll just have to just take whatever he has to give.
But think about it, because the Not Like Us, the reason why I think Not Like Us works so well is because if you look at it, it's that Drake formula, that music that makes you get up and dance, regardless of everything. Because you have people who didn't even know what the lyrics were, that were vibing to it, right? If he goes back And again, that song now, that Not Like Us, it's in playlists of other danceable songs of people that he probably wouldn't be in the same playlist with prior to that. So if he goes back to the formula that he started off with, the Pimp the Butterfly, the
Duke Mad City Damn. Yeah.
yeah, does he now lose those new people who are expecting this from him?
I don't think so. Because my question to ask you and stuff is that, let's say you had auto-tune Kanye,
Right.
right?
Right.
808s and Heartbreaks.
Right.
That's when you got auto-tune Kanye. Then he stopped it, I want to say, moving on from another album.
Right.
Right? No, you know what? Let's say he was off and on it because he was featuring other people's things, still doing the auto-tune thing. But then let's say he officially kind of left it.
Yeah.
After, what is that? Yeezus. After Yeezus, I didn't hear any more
the auto-tune stuff.
The auto-tune stuff from Ye.
Right.
Do you feel like his fan base fell off? I feel like it grew.
It grew. I would say it grew, but then I don't think despite the auto-tune, because the auto-tune is one thing, right? And I look at it as music that's going to stay and stick within the top 40 realm. If you're doing stuff that's going to stay and stick within the top 40 realm, I think your that top 40 fan base that you now gain outside of hip hop will stick with you. If it leaves at that top 40 realm, I don't think those top 40 fans stick with you.
So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like those top 40 fans that came over were like, the love lockdown, your love lock. When they came over from that time,
right?
They were like, oh, okay. And I think everything about Ye itself, was good enough for them to say, let me stick around.
Right.
Like if they were like, I'm not into rap, I'm not into hip hop, like that, whatever. You hear this, and you're like, oh, he's dating a Kardashian. Oh, he's marrying a Kardashian.
Right.
They're fucking already swimming in the Kanye pool, and they're not leaving.
But has his music left top 40?
Yeah. I would say yes.
You say yes?
Okay, with the last album, Vultures.
But then it's hard.
Vultures. Where do you rank Vultures?
Vultures, I would say it's hip hop with
No.
Hold on, wait. I would say it's hip hop with that one particular track that he did with who all of them were on it. Was it Vultures? What was the title track? The first track that he dropped off of that album.
Oh, off the Vultures?
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. And that's what I'm saying. Because I look at it stuff as even at least Donda that dropped before it.
Right.
Still had like a level of like mystique where a lot of things were memed.
Right.
Right? Like that surf of a word. You know, the one with Travis Scott, whatever, and Baby Keem.
Yeah.
Like even though it's dark, there can always be darkness and stuff, whatever, but the light, but the whole, like a whole bunch of that stuff from that album was memed.
Right.
Because it's kind of like Kanye versus Drake and Drake's Certified Lover Boy.
Right.
So a lot of that stuff was there with it, but I feel like it's stuff is where Vultures was not a top 40 album. Vultures was not a top 40 album. Even the Donda thing and stuff, whatever, for a bit, I look at it stuff as where if it wasn't for the Ye versus Drake album thing, it probably wouldn't be mentioned because I feel like that music and stuff, this is my opinion. That music's demographic was more of a 40 plus, 35 to 40 plus.
Right.
No cursing.
Right.
The Locks was on there. You know you're gonna get a few fuck you niggas and all this type of stuff.
Right.
Those are bleeded out.
Right.
When Fabio Foreign was on that Off the Grid track.
Yeah.
And I heard I'm like, oh, I got a clean version of this song. But I heard like, yo, most of these songs on that album was no cursing.
Well, I heard even the Donda track with Andre 3000, they spoke about the moms. I heard that wasn't gonna make the cut because he cursed on that, and it was only because it got leaked. It ended up being there.
Yes.
Andre was in a conversation talking about it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think those Kanye fans, like getting back to the Drake thing,
right?
I don't think those Kanye fans left because he stopped using auto-tune. I feel like he's gained a wave of people that came over from the auto-tune thing and then kept it pushing because I think even before the auto-tune thing, Was he spouting off like to Sway saying he's a genius? He's a modern day Picasso?
Yeah.
It was before that.
It was before that.
It was before that. Then when he came up with the 808s and heartbreaks, it was like, oh, this is part of that Picasso theory thing that he's talking about. Like he's giving art, he's giving life gems and stuff like that, whatever, right? To kind of back up what he's saying. And from there to go back to like, I don't want to say basic rapping, but decent enough rapping and stuff, whatever, to say like, Watch the Throne.
Right.
You're not getting auto-tune and stuff on there.
No.
Right? And then because I guess maybe because Jay-Z's not using auto-tune.
Right.
But then you're looking like, oh, well, I fell in love with you because of the 808 Heartbreaks. You're not doing that. Oh, you're not, okay, the Yeezus, we got a little taste of it again and stuff for that. But then the following project after that, we're not getting that.
Yeah.
And then you come with Sunday Service and stuff. They're there.
Right.
They're there because mad non-black kids still love a Yeezys, still love Essentials, the Fear of God type of thing. And the man's last project to me was a dud.
Yeah. And that's what I feel about Drake. I'm like, if he just goes back to just making that music that people enjoy, he'll be okay.
He'll be okay.
He'll be okay.
That's fair. All right. Let's get to question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week, quick and simple. I want you to think about this, think about it, close your eyes, envision this. And question of the week says, what was the last thing you got for free?
The last thing I got for free.
The man opened up his eyes in confusion. I asked you for a kidney smooth. You had this. Would it be better to help close your eyes and think?
Wow.
Somebody's probably listening to this and be like, and they're struggling with it too.
The Stanley mug that I got.
Oh, yeah. The Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Nice,
that was the
nice,
last thing I got for free.
Nice.
Yeah.
For me, I want to say a gift card. And like I look at it stuff as like the gift card wasn't given around the Christmas time.
Right.
It was actually like it was a gift card for like, put like this. Basically, like there wasn't like a physical fire, but it's like just something that went down at work.
Yeah.
And then the level of gratitude and stuff, whatever, was kind of like, yeah, we're treating you to some food and stuff like that. I'm like, appreciate it and stuff. And then the person came back and stuff like, yo, you really saved our asses and stuff.
Yeah.
Hold this gift card.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was like, oh shit. I was like, the meal was to suffice. I was like, are you gonna offer some Diddy stuff after? Like, I don't understand, because you're kind of doing a lot.
Yeah.
The meal I was grateful for, but then that, and I looked at it, I was like, yeah. And then the person even said it to me, like, yo, when people offer you something and stuff, whatever, you just being you, just take it.
Right.
Like how many, and then he said it, whatever, like how many people are really actually paying it forward in today's time? I'm like, that's so fucking true.
Yeah.
After he said that, I think like the September time, because this is in August, the September time, I think I had a moment where I could pay it forward, and I did pay it forward and stuff like that for a person.
Nice.
Right? So I looked at it as where I'm like, yo, we don't really get shit for free, even consider tax. We're in Canada living this tax-free, tax break holiday thing, but you still got to spend your money.
You still got to spend your money.
And I look at it as stuff as where to show up in specific particular places with your two dry hands, it's still kind of questionable.
It's still questionable.
Because I think the people who did used to constantly show up with the two dry hands.
Right.
If you notice, they're not really invited to places like that no more.
No.
Because it's kind of like, nigga, we invited you here and you came with nothing.
And you ate up most of the food and drank up most of the juice.
Yeah. So your invite and stuff is getting cut short because you came with your dry hands, whatever, right? So like, a meal was probably the last thing they got from
probably.
Or the Tupperware that he took home with.
They came with their Tupperware. That's crazy.
Those people piss you off.
That's crazy.
They piss you? Have you seen people
like
that? I've seen a ton of fucking people like that.
You ain't bring nothing but your Tupperware to take home. That's just nuts.
I seen family members do it though.
I know. No. You ain't gotta tell me. You ain't gotta tell me.
Oh, okay. All right.
But that's just nuts.
Oh yeah, testicles. It is definitely testicles.
You're taking off with my leftovers that I can enjoy. You ain't bring nothing, but you leave it with my leftovers.
I took my money and spent, and then I slaved to cook all of this shit, whatever, for you to come through, have a meal, and laugh and enjoy and fart
probably two
with
meals,
me.
probably two plates.
Probably two plates. But then you have the nerve to come out of the purse work with a damn container. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, no.
You know that LeBron meme when he's crying? And the one tear's coming down when he had the headband on?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my house. I just had that. I call it the Cicely Tyson tear. All right, man. Let's get to the Ask the Sons. The slide. Right. First Ask the Sons comes from SonGawd.
Okay.
What game show do you think you could win and why? What game show do you think you could win and why?
Is it the Love Connection?
Ooh, I'm telling your wife. This guy.
My charm, that's why.
For me, 2 games.
Yeah.
One is Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And the other one is the Shazam thing. The Shazam music thing with Jamie Foxx.
Okay. Yeah. I think you would do good on
those
Shazam.
2 games and stuff, whatever. Like I got.
Right.
I told you over 100,000 minutes played of music in 1 year.
Yeah.
Definitely there and stuff for there. I'm not pigeonholed to a genre. I just love hip hop. Hip hop was my first girlfriend.
Right.
And we still together to this day, but I flirt with the other genres.
Yeah.
So that Jamie Foxx Shazam show, definite. Jeopardy, I like to learn.
Right.
And my brain just has a remarkable way of retaining information and just keeping it there and stuff, whatever. So those 2, I'd be solid on.
Okay.
Next question comes from UnoriginalPiece. What worrisome trend in society are you beginning to notice?
What worrisome trend in society am I beginning to notice?
I don't know if I would consider it worrisome, but I feel like, so I've caught myself do it one time.
Yeah.
With now everywhere implementing like their own version of AI.
Right.
Somewhere from like search engines to like, let's say not even search engines, but even browsers.
Yeah.
So some browsers have AI implemented and stuff, whatever there. And it's kind of like with the search engines, I find I'm taking whatever they're giving first because maybe that's Google is notorious for it.
Yes.
So Google, you put in something, they're gonna give you their AI thing.
It comes up
and
first,
then the searches will come after.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
nigga, I asked you all that.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But I feel like a lot of people are just gonna take what they see first,
right,
and run with the gospel.
Yeah.
And I think that can get very convoluted and stuff in itself, but depending on, I guess, your faith or practice and stuff of like how much you fuck with AI compared to how much you don't. If you're skeptical and stuff like still like me and stuff like that, then yeah, you might look at it like, I don't like this. But if you're not skeptical and stuff, whatever, you kind of, or you're fluent in Chat GPT, you're like, oh, sweet. Google did the work for me. This is what I wanted.
Yeah. I'm going to keep in the same vein of tech because AI did pop in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-driving cars. I think people are still going to have apprehensions in regards to that. And I'm one of those people. I think as far as they have progressed with the technology,
mm-hmm.
I still don't trust anybody not being awake behind the wheel or not being alert behind the wheel while they're letting this thing move autonomously.
This big ass vehicle. Okay. I don't know if you know. Have you known anybody personally or know of anybody within, like, let's say GTA or somebody you know?
Yeah.
Has like the autonomous feature active on a car?
I know of one person.
You know one person?
Yeah.
And what did they say when you talked to them about this autonomous feature?
I think they may have used it maybe once or twice just to test it. But even they are at the point where they're not 100 with just making it be on its own while they drive.
I think it's going to take a younger generation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that might be a generational kind of thing.
Right.
To an extent. Because I used to think TikTok was a generational thing and stuff, whatever, until I realized to an extent.
Yeah.
Like you have the crossovers and stuff, and people like even 60 plus and stuff, whatever, fucking with something like TikTok. So I feel like you're going to see enough of those
Right.
younger folks dealing with the autonomous thing where like you're on the road, 2 hands on steering wheel or something like that, and you turn your head and you see a group of scantily clad women like probably flashing you. So you might avert your gaze.
I was gonna say with their phone on the dashboard doing TikTok dances for TikTok.
TikTok bullshit. Yo, the TikTok hand movements kill me. Renegade, renegade, renegade. And then you turn your head and you look, and you're looking like, yeah, I got the same kind of cat.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can make a TikTok. The next thing you know, you might get on your street and stuff and like, well, I'm almost home. Renegade, 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 renegade.
Oh man.
The younger generation, they're gonna fuck with it so much.
Yeah.
Because I want to say for me, I might use my iPhone to a level.
Right.
Right? And then there might be a youngin' that might be out here just using their iPhone and stuff like baby Jesus.
Right.
Because I remember like, even when we got rid of like the home button, forgot about that, huh?
Yeah.
When we used to have the home button and stuff, whatever, I was like, what? And then I see like a wave of people without the home button phones. Oh, you're still on the home button? Archaic. I was like, don't leave me, baby. Don't leave me till the upgrades is like no more home button. I'm like, fuck, and now I'm one of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a younger one. They're gonna get you. The rhythm's gonna get you. Gloria Stefan. Last question comes from vintage_style. What is the most pointless holiday?
Pointless holiday?
I want to hear yours because you don't celebrate a lot of fucking things. I want to hear yours. You're anti a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So I need to hear yours before I give the world my answer.
I'm still gonna rock with probably Christmas. I think it's pointless.
Once again, folks, thoughts and comments expressed to that side of the show. I fucks with Christmas. I love Christmas. I got a bootleg Santa beard in my damn self. Valentine's Day is my day.
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day. And the reason why I would say Valentine's Day and stuff like that is because if your relationship is very solid, every day or damn near almost every other day should be like Valentine's
Of course.
Day.
Yeah.
Right? To use this day to kind of signify and glorify that, hey, I love my person or I want to make this person feel more special than the other. What happens February 15th? Like, does the love stop? Does the feelings, does the cards and candy stop? If it does, whatever, don't let this friggin' day and stuff tell you that this person you're dating or you're seeing is an asshole. They don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day has always been that day for me. And I think like living in Ohio, we had a day called Sweetest Day. And they said it's supposed to be like the male version of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And for some odd reason, the women found a way to take over that day too. So they have Valentine's Day in February and they have Sweetest Day the third Saturday in October.
Wow.
Useless. Valentine's Day, just get rid of it. Take it off the damn calendar. All right, we're here. We're here. That's it. Yay, we made it. And then with the So Say the Sons. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
So Say the Sons this week. Kind of rudimentary to us, but, thought people might know.
Of course.
So Say the Sons this week says, you shouldn't judge unless you have a law degree.
So says the Sons.
I've come to a point now where everybody, let's say this, social media is dictating the way how a lot of people think. They're telling you should make more friends, make more money, make more people, and da-da-da. You need people to kind of get this type of thing or get ahead and all the above. Now, when you run into these peoples, let's say you're up 50 mil. I have zero money and stuff like that, but I'm trying to get on to you and your businesses and endeavors.
Right.
I might come to you like, I have this idea. You're looking at me like, Brokey!
What could you possibly tell me?
Why are you judging me? I'm just trying to I'm trying to eat what you snacking on. And then there's another regard and stuff of like when this is the gym time, whatever, for a lot of people. I don't know if the trend is still going on, but like New Year, New Me, like even for me, we're recording on January 5th. And
Right.
I told myself like January 6th, which would be tomorrow, Monday, but I guess the day after, 7th, you're getting this.
Yeah.
I would feel like for myself, my holiday bullshit eating and vibing is done. Now I can get back to regular schedule program.
Right.
I didn't do any push-ups and stuff within like, I want to say, last time I did a push-up or a set of push-ups was probably, the week of Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So I think like that Monday or something like that, what it was the last time I did a push-up.
Right.
I didn't do shit now. I'm like, man, January 6th, I'm going back. I Am Legend Marv is coming back in the building.
Right.
And all the above. And you have these gym people that's like New Year, New Me and all the above. And they might be big back people trying to go to the gym and get their stuff right and kind of probably on a mission like myself.
Yeah.
And then you have the judgmental motherfuckers there with no law degrees looking at them like, look at Fatty over here.
Right, right.
Be grateful that they're trying to be a better version of their self. Don't judge them.
No.
We shouldn't be so quick to pass judgment. We don't have law degrees.
We don't have law degrees.
We have a person who gets a law degree and becomes a judge because this is their job.
Yes.
They're just to judge the jury.
Right.
So if you're not that,
and even more,
sit down.
and even in regards to their job, they're not judging without all the facts, or they should not be judging without all the facts.
They're not. Most of the, like, let's say for the might be a 50-50. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Right.
But their job is still judge.
Yeah.
And their job is still to judge what the juror said, even if they might not be doing it properly, all the evidence provided, even if they're not looking at all the evidence and stuff, their job is still to judge the situation, to pass judgment. If that's not your judge, sit the fuck down and let people be.
Let them be.
All right.
So says the sons.
We are here once again, folks. Happy New Year. And thanks again for listening to the Podical.
Thank you.
Like, comment, subscribe, all the above. Don't, again, the people who love Christmas, go after that guy, not this one. Feliz Christmas Kwanzaa to all.
To all.
Once again,
Happy Valentine's Day when it comes.
Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Son. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits, y'all. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.